5 and 4 and 3, 2 and 1. When I'm on the mic, the suckers run. Ladies and gentlemen, it is BadCatz Sportscast. I am the Hurricane Mike Herren, alongside of my brother from another mother, Mr. Sporting, Mr. Patriot, okay, Mr. Hometown, okay,
Right,
James Hilario. What's going on, my brother?
long time no see. Huh? Twice this week. People are gonna start getting tired of me.
You're
now.
filling in for Birdie. You're a little better looking than Birdie is. So we'll give you that.
The Birdman's gonna come back with a tan. He's gonna be like a man dime when he comes back.
Birdman's, I know what he's up to down there. Birdman's gonna have a few stories for us.
Is he gonna be able to share those on?
I don't know.
No?
Riley's is like his little brother, so he's very careful of the undue influences
Gotcha.
on an impressionable 18.
He's like his mentor, you know.
Birdie's hilarious.
We're like buddies, yeah. And then, of course, we got the undefeated, undisputed, under 21 sports podcast talk champ. From Boston to Bangor, from Freeport to Falmouth, from New Bedford to Newburyport, we got him. His name is Ronnie Riley Arruda.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
What's happening? And the newest member of the BadCatz Sports Stop team, my man Nick over there. Nick Saws, is that the right name? Sure. My man Nick Saws. He is going to be an assistant producer here. So we'll welcome him out for me. He's training right now behind my man Ronnie Riley. Well, lots going on in the world of sports, certainly. But first, what's going on, fellas? How's things? How is work? How's everything okay?
Works
You look
great.
a little frazzled today,
Works
Jimbo.
great.
What's going on?
We got a Patriots game today. We got a Patriots game.
You're that wound up.
No,
huh?
of course. Yeah, I get a little jacked up for that.
Yeah. Now, where will you be watching it?
My buddy Josh's house.
Your buddy Josh's house? Now, what does that entail?
Don't know. First time I'm ever watching it over there.
Really?
Yeah. We're usually at my house, but
Man cave action? Is that what we were dealing with
no,
here?
living room. Just
Really?
living
Does
room.
he have any kids?
No kids, no
Doesn't have
girlfriend.
kids? No kids, no girlfriend. Okay.
No kids, no girlfriend.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it could get interesting.
Sounds like it
could get
a good
interesting.
time. But how did he get this opportunity to host
He was
all
at-
these fine fellows?
He was at my house on Sunday when the question came up, like,
Yeah.
hey, because
Yeah.
where are we going to go to watch the game? And he offered, and so this is his tryout, I should say.
Really?
Yeah.
And what is his what is a good responsibility as a host going on?
Good food.
Good food. Now, what does the Arruda family do for a big Bronco game?
Usually, well, we don't got no Broncos games on because we live in New England.
Sure.
So when it is on TV,
You got to get the package then.
Yeah.
no, because I don't like DirecTV at all. So
No, there's
one of my cousins
There's a
has
thing on the
DirecTV,
PlayStation, though. There's a thing you can
I
buy
don't
on the
have
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Oh.
Maybe on Xbox they do, but
How old are you?
I'm 19. I have
No
Xbox.
PlayStation at
I
19.
don't like PlayStation, but Eugene has NFL package,
Yeah.
so he gets every single game. And downstairs in his house, we have like 3 TVs set up.
Yeah.
And we'll have the Patriots game on.
Yeah.
If the Broncos are playing at the same time, the Broncos game, and then whatever game is the other one's like Red Zone, so we can all pay attention to all of our fantasy, all of our fantasy
Red
players.
Zone. Let me tell you something.
the
Red
best thing
Zone
ever.
channel
Best
is
thing
the
ever.
greatest sports communication invention and idea
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
for a long,
Oh, yeah.
long time.
So I actually asked this question the other day, like, what's the greatest invention of, say, like the last, like in my lifetime, 40 years, right? Nintendo,
yeah.
yoga pants
Yeah,
was
yoga
another
pants.
popular one.
Unbelievable.
Yep, yoga pants.
Unbelievable.
And
Red
now
They should give that woman who did that a Medal of Honor and justice to all men.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And now, you know what? That
Red
one
Zone.
didn't get brought up, but yeah,
Red Zone.
it's Red Zone.
Red Zone.
That's
yeah.
fantastic.
Whenever the Broncos are not on TV, 100 out of 100 times I'm watching Red Zone. The only
of course.
time I watch a game start to finish is when it's Thursday, Sunday night, Monday, or the Broncos are on. Other than that, Red Zone's on the whole
And
time.
let me throw this at you. Tell me if I'm crazy. It's probably the only place that shows as much as every game, like in an equal manner, because ESPN's brainwashed to promote their games and the stars.
That's why I don't like Red Zone,
Yeah,
though. Because, like, Red Zone will play the national game on TV most of the time, which I get it. It's the, like, hypothetically,
Really,
it's the
that's not my experience with
all
it.
the time for me, though.
I think they do a pretty good job
I
of
think they're doing a
spreading
pretty good
that.
job of doing it.
a lot of times, right? So say, like, the Packers and the Cowboys are playing
Could
week
be your
12.
team's not in the red zone often.
No, but what I'm saying is, like,
been
they'll show it, right?
been a
And what they do is they'll show it when the Packers and the Cowboys, whatever, like, the Cowboys got the ball at the 30, or, like, say, a couple years ago, the Panthers had the ball, like, at the opponent's 40. Like, they'll show the Packers game because and more people want to see it. But that's national TV. Like, you don't got to show that game the most. People are watching Red Zone to watch the other games. You know what I mean? I want a spice of all of it, but I feel like sometimes they go a little bit too much on like the featured game, which I get it because it brings in the most viewers. But that game has its own channel for everybody.
They got to have one game that they kind of centralize around if nothing else is going on.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
I would love to take a crack at that computer and controller and do it for. That's going to be an exhausting 8 hours.
I'd rather. No way I want any part of that on Sunday.
That'd be a blast.
No.
Yeah.
Have you ever
the ultimate challenge? Listen, that's 8 hours.
All right, so on DirecTV, they do have a channel where it minimizes all the games on the
Yes,
screen.
I've seen that.
It is way too much for
It's
any
too
human brain
much.
to handle. It's way too much.
It's literally every game is like this big. It's like this big,
Yeah,
this
so
big, this big, this big, this big. And you can barely see, it's like, all right, so it's 4th and 24.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
too
4th
much.
and 2.
It's too much.
And it's so bad.
Think about it. When I was growing up, Monday Night Football was it. Other than Sunday, it was Monday.
Well, I'm old enough for Patriots
Sunday,
blackout games.
Yeah. No Sunday night, right? No Thursday night.
But you didn't have Sunday night?
No.
I remember it was on TNT for a while.
No Sunday night. And that's why Monday Night Football was so big. Monday Night Football was so big, right? It was a massive revenue generating thing for TV and radio advertisers. Come watch Monday Night Football at JR's Fast Lane. Come watch Monday Night Football Beat the Clock at Alhambra's. Come watch Monday Night Football at the Fish Company. I mean, it was a huge. My start in radio, I bought. Cost me $1,200. I bought Monday from 6:30 to 8:30 before the Monday Night Football game started. And the game started at 9.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That wasn't even all that long ago they switched that.
The game started at 9, but because of the man cave, the drunk driving laws, the Sunday Fun Day explosion, where it's almost made Monday night almost irrelevant with Sunday Night Football. It's just not irrelevant, but just another piece of the pie.
Sure.
It's lost a little bit of its sizzle. But this is Howard Cosell coming from you live from Schaefer Stadium as the lowly Patriots try to beat the mighty Dolphins coached by Don Shula himself, 4 years removed from an undefeated season. Can the Patriots climb the hell?
See, I had Deardoff, Michaels, and Frank Gifford. That was my Monday Night Football.
Frank Gifford getting caught messing around with his dalliances.
I'd like to party with that.
Some famous Monday night things. Joe Namath, Kiss Me, Susie.
That was that Monday or Sunday?
I think it was Monday.
That was fantastic, whatever it was.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
John Lennon.
Howard
Cosell.
That was in Foxborough.
Yeah.
That was in Foxborough.
Absolutely. And after that Monday Night Football game, they banned Monday Night Football because of civil unrest for like 10 years in Foxborough. Go figure. Foxborough, huh? Now, what do you think the town of Foxborough thinks about the Patriots? Like the average tax-paying citizen.
All right, so like let's ask that question in a different way. Like if they were in Fall River, what would your thoughts be on?
Well,
that?
they're not. But
I'm saying like so.
And
like,
we don't wake up to people pissing on our lawn and drunk and passed out with no clothes on.
I had one person not in my lawn, but like kind of adjacent.
Yeah. No, let's stay with Foxborough and say like I mean, what do they think? They've gone back and forth, right? The tailgating is problematic.
It's 8 days a year. Yeah. Get over it.
But have you ever seen the DWIs coming from Toby Keith's? It's got like 15 times more than the other place. It must be.
That's probably because the residents complain so much that they put more traps and troopers and whatnot.
It must be a cash windfall for them.
You would think so.
Without question.
Yeah, their taxes got to be lowered big time for that.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of money coming in there. But I would say from in certain situations, it would maybe a nuisance, I would think, right? But I don't really see any residential homes. Is it Route 1 that I'm talking about?
It's Route 1, and then, you go outside of Route 1. It's kind of like Seacock. Like, you got Route 6, and then, like, outside of that, there is life outside of Route 6.
Of course,
that I wasn't aware of for a while, but it's kind of like that. There's really not much else going on outside of Route 1.
And let me ask you a question, too. How long do you think the tailgating phenomenon, because the NFL tried to really curb it. I remember when the Pats stepped in, it's kind of restricted it, but now it seems like all holds bottom. I guess it's just football, and it's part of the experience.
Concerts too, though. Concerts, you did big tailgating thing in concerts.
Yeah. But are you surprised that grown men and women, and sometimes not so grown men and women, are allowed to get totally shit-faced.
What are you trying to ruin here? What are you trying to ruin this for us?
I'm just talking about it. You know what I mean?
Personally, I love it.
Oh, I think it's a great thing.
Yeah, I hate going to
football.
I hate going to like concerts in Boston because there's no way to tailgate. You have to park. You got to go a bar, open up your money, open up your wallet.
Sure, yeah.
I think it's fantastic. They could charge $100 to park, and people would still be doing it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's worth it.
It is worth it. Yeah, it's fantastic.
And the eclectic food. You know what I mean? Like, what exists at your tailgate? I mean, is it sophisticated? Or is it burgers, dogs?
It varies on the game.
I know guys that are making lambs.
Yeah, it varies on the game.
Sousa showed up with 32 baked stuffed lobsters one day at Scotty Bazinet's.
Actually, we got a guy who eats something different.
Yeah,
like he's probably ingested like tons of goldfish.
Yeah,
he ate a scorpion. I think this past Sunday. It was on Facebook. My buddy Bergeron. He put what did he eat? I don't know what it was, but it was like a scorpion or something. He's putting like dirt in his mouth. It's pretty funny, actually. It's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Riley, I want to thank you for the training to get that first show up and running. Big day around here. Centennial moment around here. And great job teaching it, too. I think you picked the right profession because you were very, very detail-oriented. Like Jimmy said, any direction that starts with turn on lights.
I was laughing. He's like, first direction, turn on the lights.
And it's huge. I mean, if you look at it, like, watch, look at you right here. And without it, it's like so much different.
When I read that, I physically thought it was like turn on the lights when you walk in.
No, yeah.
Maybe that's just your cynical way, James.
No, because I don't know. I see lights now, but I didn't look at them.
Yeah.
You know.
And we got the new guy here, Nick. What's going on, Nick? How you living, brother?
Good, can't complain.
Yeah, you can swing that microphone around. Just don't take it from Riley too long. He's
good, can't complain. Happy to be here.
He's got to what do you call it? Defend his turf.
We got some we're starting to get some attention out of our area. I don't want to really spill the beans too much on that, but it's nice to hear that somebody who is creating a podcast platform with a huge investment team of a handful of celebrities that everybody would know, has actually reached out to us, called Lisa to set up an appointment to talk to me. And we talked yesterday at 1 o'clock, and they were very, very impressed with what we got going on here with Mike and Mika and the podcast thing. So that's always nice to hear some of that right now. What else we got? We got the Birdman. The Birdman in the house mailed in his picks. We robbed his fantasy thing. And I think me and my boy Jim are going to do big noise. Big noise.
If not, I wasn't here.
I like your team.
And we got Ronnie Riley, who's qualified, I want to say 5 out of 6 times to be in the money with the fantasy football too. So, but Riley's got a big game with his family fantasy football.
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it?
I hate it. I hate it right now. I'm not having a good time right now at all.
I hear you. But
I do have a huge game.
You will bounce back.
I hope so.
You will.
So.
You cannot be under the thumb and the wrath of cousin number 1, Eugene, for long. Because that is not a place any man would want to be. Yeah, with his ability to bust balls, he is relentless. I'll tell you what, all right? A lot of people, especially in times like today, try to use their bully pulpit for lots of things. Some I find offensive, some I find admirable. I'm a guy that doesn't really want the politics into the sports at all.
I'm running.
I don't want that.
What's that Cam Newton meme?
What? What do you say?
Yeah, when he slides under the table. You ever see that one?
No.
When he's at the Patriots game, he's talking to, I don't know who it was, but he said something weird, and he was like, and then just fell down. It was so funny.
But I am going to give props to Baker Mayfield, somebody who I've been very critical about on him because of his inconsistency. To watch his press conference today, talk about the young man Julius Jones, who in 1999 was charged with murder and was set to be executed tomorrow. Baker Mayfield and a bunch of other activists around the country and legal experts around the country studied this and saw that this young man didn't get justice, that there was evidence that was withheld, even in a very pro-death penalty state, Oklahoma. the board of that oversees the death penalty people actually ruled in his favor 3-1 to get the death penalty removed and just give him a life sentence.
Think about like the nerves, like that guy, like the days are dwindling down.
Oh yeah,
the night before, and you're just like
Baker Mayfield was crying. Baker Mayfield was crying on.
Yeah, I missed that.
I'm
sure I'll see it.
Thursday is press conference day for the NFL, right? For the most part, I think they have to be available on Thursday, and it was. And I didn't realize. I mean, he was quoting the Bible. Talking about some stuff. And
see, I like my Baker partying.
Yeah,
that's how I like my Baker. I want my Baker sticking the flag into the middle of the field. Was it Baylor, Nick? I know it was Ohio State.
Oh yeah. I mean,
that's how I want my Baker.
I love his moxie, but
I don't want my Baker crying. Come on.
Listen, from me, when another man's life is on the line.
Oh no, I'm just saying Baker in general.
No, I hear you, and that's why it grabbed me with so much interest. Okay, because I'm tired of Baker the Potter, and I'm tired of watching him on, even though I love his commercials, they're everywhere, him living in the stadium. But when I heard him talking today, I literally, and we had a meeting here, I literally said, hold up. And my head went to it immediately because it was much different than you see. A lot of sports celebrities can really drop the ball when they try to get out of their lane and they try to talk politics. Even LeBron has made a few major gaffes, and it can happen to anybody, okay? But like to hear how he was saying and how he conducted himself, I was like, damn.
I think that's what it speaks to. Like a lot of times when a lot of these athletes speak, you can't really see the genuine of it, right? Like I don't know what the word. I just messed that word up, but like you want to see that it's real, And I guess I didn't get to watch it, but from what you're saying, it sounded like it came from the heart, and I think that's what doesn't happen a lot of times.
I think he found out 20 minutes after his press conference. He left his press conference thinking that dude was going to get killed. I think it was like 20 to 25 things. They interrupted the programming on CNN and showed a tweet about it.
That means he's due for a big game this week.
Yeah, we got to make sure. So there you go. And by the way, two of Malcolm X people who were charged for his murder have been in jail since 1965 for a total of 50 plus years, and they were exonerated today due to DNA and stuff like that. So I mean,
because like DNA's been around for so long. Why are they just running DNA now?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That guy needs new. These guys need new lawyers, man. You got to get that DNA out there as soon as the DNA was like prevalent and used in cases like. Start spitting in the cups or whatever you got to do.
You should know.
I almost said something else, but yeah, spitting in the cups. That's what we're going with.
You should know. Well, once you get into that system and you don't have the proper resources, you can get steamrolled. For sure. Okay, Portuguese soccer, Riley and Jimmy, what is going on? Please tell me Portugal, assure me right now, is going to be in the World Cup.
The FIFA gods will it.
They will it.
The FIFA corrupt gods will it.
Can we have some Arabian?
Riley, do you buy into that though? For real? You follow soccer, obviously. So
yeah,
like what's more corrupt than FIFA?
Not much.
Okay.
At all, I don't think.
So you would think probably they want Ronaldo in this World Cup, correct?
Well, I think this is good for them because.
It's good for the tournament, little tournament. But if he doesn't get into the World Cup, it's horrible for that.
But it's perfect for them because, one, it was putting all eyes on the Serbia-Portugal game when nobody would have batted an eye except Portuguese people because they were all thought, oh, it's whatever, it's easy game. And now everyone's going to be watching the small little tournament that nobody watches any year because there's always terrible
this
teams.
Is the first time they're ever doing this.
Well, before they've done playoff things.
But it was like a home and home, like you get the team out of.
But what I'm saying is like now, like there's actually like really good teams in like Italy, Portugal, Poland. Like you've got really big name players, and this is perfect for them. But if FIFA's going to do anything, they'll probably be like, "Hey, ref, give Ronaldo a couple."
This is
what
I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Give Sweden a couple.
I want to know what the odds are for Portugal to qualify.
There has to
really
be.
High.
There has to.
I don't think they're out yet because of the season.
There has to be some big money sheik in Qatar saying,
"We want him."
Whatever it takes.
Fucking right.
Bring us Portuguese Jesus.
We need him.
Bring us Portuguese Jesus.
How do you know Jesus wasn't Portuguese already?
Bring Portuguese Jesus. That guy. Bring that dude. Mama, there goes that man, number 6.
7.
Bring 7, number 7. Bring him. Bring him. I just ruined my hot take.
Yes, you did. Yeah, you were on a roll there, too.
Unbelievable. So, is there any doubt that Portugal
There's got to be doubt. I mean,
definitely doubt.
But everybody that I talked to wants the coach gone, but they said he's going to stay.
He has to stay. You can't.
Oh, you
I said
have tons of time.
No, but like I said before.
Chelsea's had 5
No,
coaches
that's
in
fine, but
years.
you can't fire the
How'd
dude.
that work out last year? Yeah.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, okay, that's in the middle of a season. This is right before to play to the World Cup, and you're firing
But
them
you
right
got
away.
5 months.
It's like what Spain did before the World Cup. They literally fired their coach a week and a half before the World Cup
that's a little
started.
different than what we're dealing with.
I know, but what I'm saying is it messes everything up right before the biggest time.
No, they don't play till March.
They don't play these games until March.
I know, but what I'm saying is that they. Okay, even then, right? So the international break is done. All the players are back to their clubs. We don't have another international break, I believe, until January. I think.
Okay,
So,
but
if they fire them now, right? So they fire them now. The Portuguese players are not going to get together until whatever January.
They talk.
They talk, but they don't play together how the coach
talk.
wants. The coach can text him like, "Hey, we want to do this, and that," but it doesn't go as well. So they get together one time
but they have
to
a governing body, Riley, that can get the players together.
I don't think this is the right time. I think he needs to go, but this is not the right time. I think if they don't make it, then obviously he goes. But even if they do make it, then he has to be questioned. Like, okay, there's going to be friendlies on the way to there.
You want to be able to get this done because if they don't go to the World Cup, then right now was the right time.
I agree,
You get what
but
I'm saying?
you can't fire the dude right before one of their biggest games, like what Chelsea did, right?
Right
in
before
January,
it's not right before.
It is though,
It's
because
not right
we're
before.
saying in March, but to people listening, they don't play every week. They play so sporadically. They play for 1 week every 2 or 3 months. That's it. Like that's all Portugal did was play for 1 week for 2 to 3 months, right? So if they fire him now, they have 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks up until March to play together.
So let me ask you a question.
2 weeks up until March.
A coach gets fired at the end of an NFL football season. When do they get together?
That's perfect, right? At the end of a football season, we're in the middle, in the height of it.
But I mean, even at the end of a football season, a new coach takes over. He doesn't get these guys until the summertime. Like a camp in February.
Yes, but the summer, right? You have 3 months straight to. This is what I said. What it was like in football terms. It was like if the Rams missed out on the number 1 seed, and the week before they playoffs, they fired Sean McVay because it's not like Portugal is out of the playoffs. They still have a chance. That's exactly what it's like because the first seed means you got home field advantage, which they still do for the first game. The first game's going to be in Portugal.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
I know, but still, it's the first game's going to be in Portugal.
Let me tell you something about home field in Portugal. Okay, what year were you born?
2002.
Oh yeah, 2004. They lost in.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Deluge
That's fine. This
home team in Portugal is not all its credit.
But this team is better than that team was. And this team has the greatest Portuguese player of all time.
This team has more talent.
Exactly.
I don't know if that team was.
Okay.
I don't even know if I could say that.
But this team does have more talent. This is the most talent.
That 2004 team, you had Figo.
Okay,
But Jimmy,
you
you
had
said on the-
Figo, you had Rui Costa.
Yeah, Jimmy, but you said on the other day, we don't that they were the most talented team here.
But listen.
We got tape of you saying that last show.
Sure. But it's like but it's not slam dunk.
It is though.
That's an opinion.
Bruno
has slam dunk.
Bruno has been one of the best, if not the best midfielder in the world for the last 2 years.
Give me Rui Costa over Bruno Fernandes in a Portugal uniform all day, any day, every day. And I hate Benfica and I hate Rui Costa. And it pains me to say that.
At his prime, who was better, Bruno or Rui Costa? Not in Portugal, at his prime as a player. Bruno has hit heights Rui Costa never hit already. Bruno has won more Player of the Months in the Premier League ever than Steven Gerrard has ever won. And Steven Gerrard has played in the Premier League since from 2002 to 2015, and Bruno's won 5 Player of the Months already. He's taken over the league by storm. He took Manchester United from 7th place to a Europa League finals, 2nd place. I get he hasn't been good for Portugal. He has not been good, not
good at all.
Yes, and the Euros he was one of the worst players.
And I blame a lot of that because it's on the coaching.
I agree, but this group of players is ridiculously talented. Even Bernardo Silva, there's
another guy.
He has been so good for Manchester City. He's been one of the best midfielders in the world as well.
So now you're making my counterpoint though by saying you got Bernardo and Bruno, 2 guys that are top 5 in the Premier League, and they put a Portuguese shirt on and they just disappear.
And I'm with you. And I didn't like the coach even with the Euros.
It's a different kind of pressure.
Let's face it. It is.
Sure.
Let's face it. You talk to Olympic basketball players, even though they're heavy favorite. When you put that Olympic jersey on, it's a different kind
But
of
I don't
pressure.
think that's what they're dealing with. These guys are kind of out of position a little bit. They're not being used the right way.
Exactly.
I wanted this guy fired after the...
So did he.
I wanted this guy fired after the Uruguay game in the World Cup 4 years ago.
Where's that white handkerchief?
I wanted that. Yeah, I didn't bring it again, but you could wave that.
Where's that white handkerchief?
I wanted him fired after that.
Is this what they do in Portugal, the white handkerchief rally? What's that mean? Coach,
it's over.
Go?
It's over. I even said it during the Euros.
I don't want another tournament ruined, let alone... All right, so let's say this, Riley. So let's say they do qualify. You want this guy to take this team to the World Cup?
That's where you question it. That's where you okay. So during that time, right, the summer, there's going to be a bunch of friendlies
it's not until December, right?
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, from March. So say they qualify, like they play Sweden and then they beat Poland in the final, and then they're good. So from March until it starts in November. So from March until let's say October, they're going to have like 7, 8 friendlies. Those first 2 or 3 don't look good. Okay, he's gone. Or even right away, as soon as you qualify, he's gone. But I don't think it's going to happen because
So who's the next guy?
that's the thing.
Who would be the natural lefty? Don't ask me, guys. I don't.
I
This
want
is a-
Jardim.
This is a good one. If Jose Mourinho doesn't make it well in Roma,
Same
he
thing.
could be one.
It's same kind of coach, defensive coach.
But he
doesn't get the best out of his stars. The stars really don't necessarily love him.
He's known.
Give me Jardim.
He's known a lot of those players for a long time too.
I'll take Jorge Jesus over Fernand Santos right now.
It could be, or even Nuno Espirito Santo, because he just got fired from Tottenham.
You know, that's another name.
And I wouldn't be
name.
I wouldn't be mad with that because he was actually really good with Wolves. And I thought he had found a way to fit a lot of those players in Jota, Ruben Neves, João Matinho, a lot of those guys who have all are now coming in through the team, especially Jota, who I thought played terrible in Euros.
But again, these are all guys that have experience with him. So they fit seamlessly when he takes over right now in March. If you get a guy like that to take over, then they can just fit right in there.
That's fine, but it changes. And the way he plays is the same thing. It's kind of defensively as well for Nuno Espirito Santo. If you watch Spurs, when he played for the first month and a half, all it was for them was literally just sit back and wait for a counterattack. No one's going to want that because that doesn't work for Ronaldo. Ronaldo can't just sit back and just wait because he's not going to pressure. And he's going to play the lone striker. So if he doesn't pressure, there's going to be no pressure from the whole team. And that's why a defensive coach just doesn't work for that team because you need a guy that's they want the ball and they're just going to hold possession with it. Because Ronaldo's, if you watch him at Manchester United, Edinson Cavani plays on the side of him and Cavani just chases. And Ronaldo waits.
Well, that's new because they didn't really play together for a
Yeah,
while.
I know, but I'm saying and what happened when they played Ronaldo by himself was nobody was moving because Ronaldo wasn't moving the line up because he wasn't pressuring. And they need to help him out because if they're going to start him at his older age, he can't be running as much as he can be. I know he's a great specimen and he's in the most fit player, but
I bet he'd outrun anybody on that team.
He would, but you need to preserve him as much as you can, especially because
you need him to have that extra kick for the ball.
Especially because the World Cup is in the middle of the season and it's going to mess everything up, and they're going to be playing like 500 games in 10 days.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be so many injuries.
The natural break is 3.5 weeks this year, only 8 days. Remember one thing, people: we talk soccer here. We talk USA national team. We talk Portuguese national team.
Those are my guys.
We do it, baby. Where we're from, soccer's it.
USA did have a little hiccup though. So they were playing Jamaica and they tied 1-1.
That Canada game was pretty cool.
Canada,
you see the guys jumping in the snow after they scored.
But that sucks for USA because so what happened was USA, Mexico, and Canada were all pretty much tied in qualifiers for like 14, 14, and 13. Mexico lost, and they were tied with USA. So if USA would have won, they would have won 3 points ahead of Mexico. But they only went 1 point because they tied, and Canada passed us up, which is not good. So now they cannot lose any more games when they shouldn't have lost to Jamaica. The only good thing is you're not playing Mexico anymore, so you don't have to worry about them. But Canada is going to be a tough game because, fun fact, Canada has scored the most international goals this year out of any team out of any country.
And they played against USA well the last time they played them, right?
Yes, they're actually not a bad team.
What's crazy about the USA though, like they play Canada, it's 2-0 every time they win. Right? I mean, I'm sorry, Mexico. They beat Canada in the the Confederations Cup.
Yeah.
But then they go to play like Jamaica or
and they
Panama.
Trinidad. That was
and they tie. It doesn't make any sense. I feel like it's like something where like the super teams. I don't want to call them a super team, but like the super teams like slow down. Like okay, this is gonna be an easy game.
They're a super team in that
exactly. But I'm saying like in the NBA, like a super team like the Nets. Like okay, we're facing the Cavaliers. Should be an easy game, and the Cavaliers just beat you. You know what I mean? So something like that.
The more and more I talk about sports, the more and more I realize the mentality that you bring into and the cohesiveness and the attitude you bring into preparing for your next game.
We talked about that
with the betting thing.
on Tuesday. Well, we talked about it on Tuesday with like McVay getting all pumped up for that Bucks game, right?
And then what happens
and then the next game they they lay an egg, and I think that reverberates around the locker room.
Sure. Okay, let's get to the National Football League. We got a big one tonight for New England Patriots fans here. They go down to Atlanta to remind all those dirty bird fans of the Super Bowl we stole.
Oh, did you see
from them? Now, you remember? Yeah.
Hold on, there's a thing on. This made me. They tweeted something out, right? It's supposed to be like a full moon or something. Give me a second to follow it to figure it out. It's supposed to last 3 hours and 28 minutes. It's like a full moon that's supposed to last tonight or something like that.
Yeah.
And the Patriots actually tweeted it out. It's gold.
That was one of the craziest games, probably the craziest game I ever watched. But
Wow. My brother did not let his youngest son and my daughter back into the room because they left him.
We had people upstairs, same thing.
They were watching it from the hallway. People could not get up to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's how I was.
It was fucking crazy. I got goosebumps talking about it now.
That's
unbelievable.
That's how I was for the Broncos game, but for the Panthers one, because the one before it was atrocious when we got destroyed. But that one, I was like, everyone stay in the same spot, so I know exactly how you feel. But I remember watching that game, I was like, I was happy. Like, I was so happy. I wanted the Falcons to win so bad, but I knew the Patriots were going to win.
Can we do a thing about, like, superstitions, by the way?
Jim, you do whatever the fuck you want to do anyway, so you go do
I know I got two things on my brain at once, but I just want to go, like, how crazy of a person you have to be to believe in a superstition. I do it too.
I do it too.
Now, like, if things are going, if things suck at the beginning of the game and then all of a sudden you just move and it works, sit your ass there, stay there.
Yeah.
Okay? But to think, like, if you wear your lucky socks.
I think that the energy.
If you wear your lucky socks the same day, you're never going to lose a game.
I believe in the same shirt.
You'd be on the payroll, brother. They'd be paying you. They'd be paying you millions.
It sounds so stupid, but like I wear this.
It does.
I have this shirt that it's like the Chelsea shirt from last year that when they won the Champions League. It was that shirt that they wore, and every time I wore that one, they won in the Champions League. But when it wasn't clean, and I wore the one from 2 years before,
listen to this madness.
They actually lost to Porto that game 1-0, but they still went through. But they lost the game 1-0.
They probably should have lost 2-0 too.
Nah,
that was the game with the bicycle kick.
Yeah, but that was a really good goal. It was right at the end of the game. But that even when they wore that, and then the same one against Real Madrid, I didn't wear that shirt because it wasn't clean. They tied 1-1, and I was like, okay, no more. I'm just gonna keep wearing that shirt. And then they beat Real Madrid. They beat Manchester City in the final, and I was like, okay, that's it. I'm not doing it.
He's a big Man City guy.
Okay. So them hockey players getting their playoff bids, that's a bunch of bullshit too.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Wake up the damn Bambino. I'll drill him in the ass.
I am superstition about one thing in life. It is the black cat cross your path. That's the only thing. I will walk around the parking lot to beat the cat. That's it. However, with sporting games and sporting events, the synergy of it, like sit in the same space, don't leave, blah, blah, blah.
But you're miles away. You're miles away.
Jimmy, I know I'm not a fucking moron. But listen to me, anything that makes you fucking sleep at night, you know what I'm saying? You did it too, though.
So
you didn't let him in.
So I just said, like, it's crazy, though, like, because I do it, too, though. I do it at certain times. I'm not, like, all the time.
No, it has to be an extreme.
So now, like, I play softball. Like, sometimes I'll have the same routine. Oh, shit, I didn't do it. That's why I didn't get a hit. Something stupid like that. But it's like when you think about the psychology of it, it's nuts.
Sure.
Anyway,
baseball players are big into it.
Yes.
Big,
this is what I was saying. There's a partial lunar eclipse tonight that is supposed to last 3 hours and 28 minutes.
Yeah.
And the Patriots tweeted that out.
What is 3 hours and 28 minutes?
28-3.
Oh, yeah, 28
to 3.
And that's from a Pat's Twitter.
The Pats said we weren't going to mention it, but you just can't make this stuff up.
Oh, yeah. I like how, like, the Twitter people are starting to poke jabs.
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of the same players I don't want to say from that Falcons team, other than Matt Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan.
Because Julio's gone. The other two receivers, I don't even remember their names.
Maybe someone on the offensive line.
Sanu went to the Patriots.
Yeah, Sanu's gone.
Yeah.
Gage wasn't there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Maybe someone on, like, offensive
line. How about
line,
from the Patriots? Is there a lot?
Hightower.
I can't. McCourty?
I almost said Brady.
McCourty
for sure. Yep.
Slater for sure.
The punt guy, whatever his name is.
Special teams
guy. That's what I meant.
Van Noy.
Well, James White, but he tore his
Van Noy, Collins.
Yeah.
No, Collins wasn't there, right? I don't think Collins was on that team.
No.
I think he might have been. I don't know. It'd be interesting to say. We have Bernie doing these great trivia contests with us. We have to name, like, the rosters down of different world champions.
You know what I do playing Keno at the bar?
Well, oh, yeah.
So every number that comes up, you have to pick a player that wore that jersey number. I love doing that. That's how stupid I am.
My Keno number, I play 12 numbers. 4.
12 numbers?
I'm going to tell you right now. Mass lottery, get with this. 4, Bobby Orr. 9, Bill Russell.
No,
12,
6, Bill Russell.
6,
9,
hold
Ted
on,
Williams.
hold on. 4, Bobby Orr. 6 is Bill Russell. 9 is Ted Williams. 12 is Tom Brady. 24 is Manny Ramirez. 32 is Kevin McHale. 33 is Larry Bird. 45 is Pedro Martinez. 54 is Teddy Bruschi. 73 is John Hanna. 77 is Ray Bork of Phil Esposito. And 80 is Troy Brown. Right?
That's what you play. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's the numbers
it,
you play.
that's it, yeah.
And that's come up how many times?
That's it. I won 10,000.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And how many numbers did you get for that?
I believe I was paying $2 a game. I believe it's the only time I've ever won a significant amount of Keno.
I'm the mush with the
And
Keno.
you know what the crazy part about it was? One of my best friends who was the bartender lost the slip.
No.
Spent 3 days in the trash looking for it, but they validated it they validated it, but it took me a year to get paid.
And that was 10 out of 12, you said?
Yeah, it was 10 out of.
What's 12 out of 12?
I knew that and we had 9. We had like 8 or 9 numbers with 10 to go.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Okay, and the bar was screaming. I was 1 number away from like house money.
No
You
shit.
know what I mean? You know, like buying a house or like life changing type money like that. But yeah, and then my boy lost it.
We also do like a bar Keno.
Yeah.
Everybody puts in $5. Everybody picks their number. The first number that comes up. So you're not actually playing the game.
Yeah.
You're playing amongst your friends.
Yeah.
So the first number that comes up, that guy takes the pot.
That's right. That's fucking the man, brother. I'm all for
Pay each other. Don't pay the guy.
Have you heard
you know?
about the thing that's going on with the waitresses now? With the they don't write the tip on a slip. They give you the cash on the thing.
Yeah, I heard
No.
about
He
that.
said because you don't. They
I tried to do that.
Tax in it.
Yeah, I tried to do that I went out to eat a couple of days ago. I tried doing that. I put the $20 bill and the card, and then she just took the card by itself. I was like, no, I want you to put the money on the card, and then I was like,
Keep it.
whatever.
Yeah.
I was trying to help you out, but I guess not now.
That's it. Okay. The Bad Moon Rising. Andre Bad Moon Rising. What is he famous for? Young Buck. Do you know?
I got this one.
Was
Be
it?
very careful. Be very
Well,
careful.
I've heard about him.
Yeah. All right. What'd you hear about him?
The Patriots didn't draft him?
No, he was a great wide receiver.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy motherfucker from Atlanta.
That was awesome when him and Dion started fighting right on the field.
Yes, he was smacked him. Yeah. Listen, but left eye, TLC.
Burnt his house down, right?
Burnt his house to the ground. Live, they covered it live on TV in Atlanta.
Yeah, that was CNN because that was on CNN. I remember watching as a kid because Atlanta's based out of there.
I'm telling you, left eye from TLC.
That's crazy.
He also scored that touchdown against the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Fight on what?
He scored that touchdown against the Patriots in the Super Bowl. He was with Green Bay in '96.
Yeah. So we go to the house. Bad Moon today. I go to Atlanta. It should be an interesting game for sure. Okay. Now we have it. Questions of the week in the NFL. Pick a number out of 1 to 7. Yeah, pick a number out of 1 to 7. 6. Question number 6 is this. Can Cincy get back on track in Las Vegas against the Raiders, who have lost their deep threat and their bounce? Burrow versus Derek Carr. Who plays better?
Burrow.
Tell me why.
Since he coming off a bye week, right? Coming off a bye week. Las Vegas is on a down. You're starting to see the residuals of Gruden disappearing
and
now.
Ruggs.
They did
also
add
first round pick they had.
Ruggs and the safety too, right?
Yeah, the safety from the same year. He got
so that team's
he
dealing
got
with a
arrested.
lot.
He said he was going to kill somebody on live, and he showed a gun.
With a gun. He showed like 5 different
Yeah,
guns
I know.
every time he
I
said
know.
that. It was wild.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Have you ever shot a gun in your life?
I did.
have.
I shot like a rifle at Camp Welchel, and I was like, oh, 11.
That's where I work.
BB gun?
I work
Yeah.
there.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
I'm there a lot in the summertime.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
No, they did like rifles back in the day. Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
How about you? Have you shot a gun? No. I haven't either. You, Riley?
No.
They say it's like a real high. Okay. Next question up. What are we going to do?
Number one.
Can the Patriots keep it rolling and extend their win streak to 5 games at Atlanta tonight?
For sure.
They better.
For sure. I think it's a no-brainer. This is the easiest.
See,
This is one of the easiest picks of the week
This
for
is
me.
what I'm getting.
But Belichick doesn't allow his teams falling. It doesn't matter what we think.
Oh, Belichick.
Hey, if so, we'll switch rotation.
No, I'm
Well, Belichick, that's why he's always praised the other team. He doesn't. You won't see Belichick too many times fall into the trap games. Yep. And if they are losing at halftime, he'll make the adjustments and they'll come back.
You would think.
Yes.
I don't see enough talent on this Falcons team to.
Is Corduroy playing?
Who?
Corduroy.
Yeah, Cordell Patterson. He should be playing, yes, but Pitts is playing. If Ridley was there, I would have a concern a little bit. I don't think they would still win, but I just think the Patriots defense is doing really, really good, and the Falcons defense is. If the Patriots keep handing the ball off, and the Falcons defense won't be able to do that.
Second or third worst in the NFL.
If you're the Patriots, you lose this game, and then we talked about the other day. You got Tennessee, Buffalo, Colts, Buffalo again. Your next 4 games after this.
That's exactly,
you can't
that's
lose
exactly why they're not going to lose this game, because
agreed.
they know they can't lose this game, because if they, I'll be happy if they do, but I know that they
It's a
can't
short
lose this
week
game.
on the road, and if we know anything about the National Football League, it can happen.
It can.
Any day. And usually when we got the locks, like who the fuck in the world would have thought that the Redskins would have beat Tampa Bay? I mean, it's crazy. I mean, who would have thought that? Who would have thought Jacksonville would have won 2 weeks before?
That one was really nice.
It's crazy.
Hey, shout out to Birdie, because Birdie actually picked the Redskins 9.5 over the Bucks, but he didn't pick that money line. He took them 9.5, so that's different. I didn't pick them to win.
Birdie won this week, right?
Oh, yeah, Birdie ran away with it. It wasn't.
The guy's in Florida. He's living his best life.
Hey, he was 9 for 5. 9 for 5
that's
on a
it.
week like last week. That is crazy. He took the Lions, took the Redskins.
And we were laughing at all his picks.
Exactly.
That goes to show you
Exactly.
what
Good for you,
an
Birdman.
asshole we are. Okay, next up, KC, Matt Jones or Matt Ryan? Who plays better tonight? Matt 10.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? I mean, I could see a push because I think the Patriots can win this game where Jones doesn't play his best game.
Still got some gas in the tank.
And he's got good weapons around him.
And he spends a lot of time with him. He knows how important this game is to him.
Yeah,
is he haunted by the boogeyman when he sees the... Come on.
Well, he did pretty good the first half in that game, but that was more... I think that was more
That wasn't
Shanahan.
his fault, though. I don't think it was.
That was the play calling.
The play calling was awful. Why are you throwing the ball on third down, on second down? Dude, just run the ball, kill the clock, kick a field goal. Who cares?
The only thing that can
so
stop
stupid.
this onslaught is the clock.
Exactly, just
the
run
clock's
it.
always undefeated.
You know what's crazy, though?
But thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you. The coach, the Falcons coaching staff. It was a blessed gift you gave us.
How many times?
We'll cherish it for 100 years and haunt you for 100. That's sports.
How many times did we see teams, though, play the run the ball, do all that stuff, and the Patriots still come back and win?
But
Against the
not by that
Patriots, you
kind
got
of
to go
thing.
for it on fourth and one.
Yeah.
Look what the Eagles did, right, against us in the Super Bowl. They kept going on fourth down. They kept doing
Of
these
course,
things.
yeah,
You know,
of
like
course.
that's how you beat us. You be aggressive.
That's because our best tackler and a guy who played the most defensive snaps all year for us was...
Well, Edelman was out too, but look, you know that's a different discussion. The point is, to beat us back then, you had to go above and beyond, and I think that's what was in their mindset, right? Like we're not going to beat ourselves, we're going to be aggressive, and it flipped on them, and they ended up doing it.
Sure. But why is your best defensive player statistically not being involved in that game? Why is that above and beyond? You don't think that's a relevant point?
No. I was talking about the Eagles aspect.
Yeah,
from the Eagles aspect.
When we sat down Butler.
No, what I'm saying is the Eagles went above and beyond. They kept going for it on every fourth down, and they pulled out. They said, "Hey, we're not going to
do that." I mean, if you're stuck in fifth gear, you stay in fifth gear. I guess.
And I think that's what the Falcons were afraid of, like sitting back and then the Patriots coming back. So we're going to stay aggressive. We're going to keep our foot on the gas. I think that's what happened.
That Eagles game was always close. It was never like the biggest lead the Eagles had was like 14 points, which is nothing. We're talking Tom Brady, like that's 14
Sure, but
points.
it's
And then it went to
happened a
7.
lot.
I know, but the thing about the Falcons game, they were up 25 points with 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah.
You just run the ball a couple more times, kick a field goal. Now you're up 28 points with like 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
I'm not saying that's what they should have done.
Yeah.
I'm saying I think that's probably what they were thinking. Like, no, this is the Patriots, guys. Like, you playing a good team in softball. Like, hey, these guys are going to get
The
runs.
best way to beat the Patriots is keep Tom Brady on the bench with a ball control offense and run the ball and watch the clock go tick, tick, tick. Okay, Matt Jones and Matt Ryan. Who do you like tonight? I'm going to go with the young buck.
Jones.
Young Bucks. Okay, next question. KC versus Dallas at Arrowhead. Big game for both these teams, right? Can Kansas City keep the swagger like they're talking about? going. They had some great practices. They say everything is in line now.
I don't think
all
it
the
is.
Stars, I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
All the stars in the moon are all aligned at Arrowhead. There'll be There'll be fucking tomahawk chopping Cowboys to death. They say it's the loudest stadium in the National Football League. They've been practicing. The Cowboys have been practicing with the sound issues, all thing. Can Kansas City keep momentum and be the Cowboy team that bounced back after an embarrassing loss?
I mean,
that's by strong. Beat this Atlanta team 43-3, I believe.
43-5. It's 45-3, I think.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like a cop out, but like I wouldn't be surprised if any outcome that happens in this game.
Okay,
right?
go.
So like Kansas City, they have been choking all year. They totally can choke this game out, without a doubt. And Dallas, we saw what they did against your Broncos a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
They fell flat in their face. The Cowboys have also looked like the best team in football at times this year. Kansas City, still has that offensive firepower that you're thinking they're going to turn it on. But against the Raiders last week, we just talked about the Raiders. I think they're on the downcome. So I think that game Sunday night, I don't think they broke them out of it. I think that was just good timing for them.
Their body language was as positive as I've seen.
I think it was a monkey off their back, so that maybe they could piggyback off. I think it was one of those things like, we got going a little bit.
They
kind of got that bloop single. You know what I mean? They got the bloop single to kind of get them going.
That's such a huge win for you. That's such a huge win for them. And I don't know, if you guys really understand how big of a win it is for them, because every year they lose to the Raiders once or twice. And this year I was like, okay, they're probably going to lose. And now in such a tight division, you win a big game on the road. That's so big for them.
And win the way they did.
Exactly. They win the way they did
But
on the road in a division game.
If you want to be the new
huge.
dynasty, because they're calling themselves the new dynasty.
Hey, the Patriots had
They're
hiccups.
calling themselves.
They're all right to that claim.
The Patriots,
But that doesn't mean they're not claiming it.
Listen,
They will talk about we're starting the next dynasty.
The Patriots had some
They've been
hiccups too,
talking
though.
about that.
The Patriots had some hiccups too. The year after they won their first Super Bowl, they didn't make the playoffs at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they went to the AFC Championship game against the Patriots. They lost. Won the Super Bowl, went to the Super Bowl. They're starting it up. I'm not saying they're going to be a dynasty. I hope they're not. I don't think they will be. But the Patriots didn't just, yes, they won 3 out of the 4, but the second year they didn't make the playoffs. The Chiefs are still in the direction to make the playoffs and win the division. The Patriots didn't even win the division that year. I'm not comparing them at all. I'm not going to compare them at all.
What
But
do we talk about on the show all the time? Surviving success. You have to survive. Now, there's 15 other corporate theories that are words that are used for this, but surviving success as a professional athlete, as an individual, being willing to work when the bed goes from a twin to a king, and the girl in your bed goes from an 8 to a 10, and the sheets are silk, and the fridge water's filled, and the garage is filled with cars. It takes a lot to get up and hit the beach and run them hills.
8 to a 10, huh?
Work in.
Not 5 to a 7 or 6 to an 8. 8 to a 10. I like that. I like that.
So we know that. We'll see what happens in that. Who plays better, Mahomes or Dak?
I'm gonna go Dak.
that's such a tough question. You're asking my opinion, 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league.
For me, it's just the defense they're facing, though.
It's a wash for me. I still don't.
Yeah.
I don't think either defense
That's
is that.
the logic.
I don't think that defense is.
They don't
that
play against.
great,
They don't play
though.
against each other though.
No, so about KC's defense.
No, I know, but I don't think KC's or Dallas's defense is obviously KC's is one of the worst in the league, if not the worst. Dallas's I don't think is that they look better than KC's, but I don't think it's as great as everyone's talking about. Especially with with Trayvon Diggs giving up a lot of big plays. Tyreek Hill's the best big play player in the league. So if Trayvon Diggs bites a little bit too hard and Tyreek Hill gets past him, because I don't know if he's faced the receiver
if Dallas
like
is
this.
smart, you don't let Hill go off.
Sounds a lot easier than said than done though when you're playing a top.
Watch whatever
top
tape
5 receiver.
Belichick and
I'll tell you what they did.
Belichick
Whether
ran
it
against
was
him.
3rd and 1 and 4th and 1, or third and short and 3rd and 1 and fourth. 3 and 1 and 4th and goal. They threw to Hill because that was the only time they didn't have too deep. They didn't have the too deep coverage behind him. So I personally think Thrill, not Mahomes, is the guy that really gets when they get Hill the ball. I think that's what
gets him going. Sure,
that's the guys to think. All right. So next up, can the Vikings find a way to beat the Packers and Aaron Rodgers in a game that means something? This is a huge game for the Vikings. They're at home. They're only 2.5 point underdogs to the great Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, who is the best team in the NFC right now. Is there any way Kirk Cousins can outdo Aaron Rodgers? And is there any way the Vikings at home in that environment, in a huge rivalry game, huge division game, can beat the Packers?
Sure, I think they can. I mean, it's a division game at home. These things happens all the time, right? Will they? No. Can they? Sure.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, the Packers are kind of coming off two great. Right. They held Mahomes to 13 points. Then they shut out Russell Wilson. So are they taking that break that we talk about in the NFL, right?
Yeah,
Kirk Cousins. So I could see them taking a step back a little bit, although I hope not because we got them on our thing.
Yeah.
Okay. But I don't think they're going to, but of course it's NFL. Anything can happen.
So if the Vikings win this, they'll be 5-5. The Packers will be 8-4. So that would put them about 2 games behind the Packers. So this is
Packers have 2 losses though.
Two
right?
losses.
I thought it was 3. I looked at it. I thought it was.
I think it's 2. They lost the opening game and then the Chiefs game. I think that's it.
That's it.
I believe so.
Let me see. They're 8-2. Okay, so that'd be 8-3. So yeah, they'll be about 3 games behind them. So that's not doable to win the division.
Yeah, this is more that playoff hope.
Yeah,
right?
so you need to win this game as a Viking. So
As a Viking, you got to have it.
It's going to be huge, and you know they don't want to lose to the Vikings out of all teams, especially when that Anthony Barr, who plays for the Vikings, hurt Rodgers like twice or like once before. And
How do you like that, Jimmy, baby? How do you like that? My man Kirk Cousins. What did he say?
Oh,
How you like that?
How do you like that, Jimmy? How do you like that?
How you like that? Yeah, I mean, Kirk Cousins. Is there more Mr. Jekyll and Hyde like Kirk Cousins
I
every
lost
week?
a lot of money betting on Kirk Cousins.
Garoppolo,
I'll
Kirk
say that.
Cousins. We could do like a Jekyll and Hyde, like 1 week 4 touchdowns, and
All right,
Netflix 3 weeks don't see nothing.
Aaron Rodgers versus the atmosphere and Kirk Cousins. Who's the winner?
Oh, it's still going Rodgers, no doubt about it.
Riley, your boy.
Yeah, that's no question.
Nick.
Yeah, fortunately.
Can the Cardinals bounce back and win a game in Seattle, or can Seattle save their season with Russell Wilson coming back?
Are we talking about a fully stacked Cardinals?
We're talking about
Everybody playing?
We're talking about whoever's going to be in uniform, my brother. It's the NFL.
Well,
and we don't know on Thursday. We'll know on Sunday.
If Colt McCoy's starting at quarterback, then Seattle's going to run him.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, but if Murray plays and Hopkins plays, I think it'll be more of a game. I don't know. I still want to give the edge to Seattle. I think they're going to bounce back a little bit next week. But if Colt McCoy plays, forget it. Forget it.
Kyler Murray said he is
Yeah, it
really
looks
close
good. Yeah.
to being.
Kingsbury said, I read a quote from him tonight, an hour. Kingsbury said that he's moving around pretty good in practice. And he's practice today. So who you like, brother?
Seattle.
Seattle?
Yeah.
Hopkins still hasn't practiced yet, so that's not a great sign. But usually, if you look at Hopkins' track record with injuries, there's always been good, and he's missed like 1 game every season. That's about it.
This is 2 in a row.
This is the most he's missed in his whole career. So, like, I think he should be back very soon. If they both play, or even just Murray plays, I'm taking the Cardinals.
I'm selling Seattle, okay, and Russell Wilson. I saw him hog for the cameras and warm up with no ball. I just can't get my arm around him.
Well, who was the guy doing the? Who was the guy
That was
doing?
Dak doing
That
the
was
thing.
Dak, right?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
thing.
That
I
little-
understand like the
that thing.
but this guy was actually running through plays
With no ball. With no ball. He was like talking to everyone.
Dude, you got to visualize, bro. You got to visualize. You got to
That was
visualize
just-
an attack.
And then he was. It was weird.
Just with all the cameras on the field with nothing to shoot, right?
Well, I mean, who does things for cameras? LeBron.
How does LeBron creep into this conversation?
Because I hate him, and he does things for
let it
cameras
go.
all the time.
And Russell Wilson wasn't doing it?
Sure,
All right.
but keep it 100.
I don't have to keep it 100. I mean, we can. Michael Jordan did it for the camera. Larry Bird did it for the camera. Wayne Gretzky did it for the camera. Isaiah Thomas did it for the camera.
What, acted like he read books?
Big Poppy did it for the camera. Griffey did it for the camera. Pedro,
No,
Schilling.
they did it.
Who did it over the camera?
Those guys did it on camera. There's a difference for me.
Oh, please.
They didn't.
Why are you hijacking this conversation?
Because
And
I
you
love
got
to
me
do
down
it.
LeBron.
I love to do
You
it.
got me down LeBron James driveway.
Any chance
here.
I can get a chance to hate on that guy, I will.
Oh,
Go
boy.
ahead. I
It's
apologize.
called continuity, cuz. Bills at home versus the Colts. Bills Mafia against one of the most underrated teams in the National Football League. What you like, fellas? Can Carson Wentz hold up against that Bills D? Josh Allen, which Bills team is going to show up? Is it the team that a lot of people had penciled in going to the Super Bowl from the AFC, or is it the team that lost to the Miami Dolphins?
I think the Buffalo Bills are right now the Super Bowl favorites at plus 240. If you want to
they
look
really
that
right?
up,
Josh Allen is also the
favorite for
MVP
MVP
right
Yep.
now.
And
as well.
and so they're the favorite for MVP and the last one to win it was Warner in the same year, but that doesn't matter. But they are the favorite, Super Bowl favorite, and it's by a pretty considerable amount. They were plus 240, and I want to say.
But what is the gambling logic?
Because
the ahead of Tennessee,
I think
who smacks the shit out of them.
Because I think the AFC is down. Okay, right. The AFC's down. You're looking at Kansas City. They got a few dents in the armor.
Yeah.
Tennessee, they're winning games,
I
but
understand Kansas City. I understand being dismissive of Baltimore. I understand that logic. But a team like Tennessee that's won 6-5
because they might not have to face
Tennessee,
them.
Tennessee's 7th for odds right now. Right now, number 1 is Tampa. Number 1 is. Bills.
I saw Tampa. See, I saw Tampa one.
They're both.
Tampa two.
They're both at 6 plus 600
So
each.
the Bulls are second.
No, they're tied. The Bucks and the Bills are tied.
Sure.
First 6, and then the Rams are at 3 with plus 800.
Rams still sticking around.
And then the Packers at 900. The Cowboys at 1,000.
Patriots
Cardinals
1,700.
at 1,000, and Patriots at 2,500.
The LA Rams,
25. Let's
the
go.
LA
Throw some shillings on
Rams
that.
are done. The LA Rams are done. Wrap. Cook them, stuff them, put them in a hearse, put them in the ground, put the dirt on them. Sorry, Los Angelinos.
Do they have a bye this week?
They're done. They need a bye like they need
They
a
do
like
need a bye.
They have a bye. They have a bye.
That's
need
big for them.
Absolutely.
That's big for them.
They're gonna be fine. They still have such a good team.
So now is that your?
I don't know.
But
fine.
so now that Denver pretty much out of it, like
They're not at all though. That's the thing.
but they're not going to win a Super Bowl. So is Von Miller going to the Rams? Does that make you want the Rams to win?
No, because I still want the Packers to win.
You want the Packers?
Yes, by far, not even close. If it's not the Broncos or not the Dolphins, it's always the Packers.
How do you fall in love with those three teams?
Because
How's that happen?
so the
family.
the Dolphins because my godfather's a Dolphins fan, but Packers because Aaron Rodgers is like my second favorite player probably in the history of football. So like that's why I want him to win.
Von Miller's number one.
Yes, Von Miller's number 1. And like I love Aaron Rodgers more than most like any Broncos players. Like I just think he's like the best thing to watch ever. Like he's just ridiculous. But even still, I think the Rams are fine. Like their division, like as much as they're coming down, the Cardinals are losing a bunch of games too. So it's not like they're going to lose out on their division because the Cardinals have lost the same times they've lost. The 49ers are still really low, probably not going to come anywhere near that. And then the Seahawks as well are not winning as many games. So their division is looking fine. They don't look like they're going to be a wild card team. And they're still in the hunt for the number 1 seed by a good margin. They have like 3 losses? And the team with the least amount of losses is what? The Packers with 2. So they're 1 loss behind the Packers. That's pretty much it for the number 1 seed.
The optics of that game Monday, getting just
that's fine.
Punched
but
in the mouth and
again,
having zero.
That
answers.
is also a
and another thing
that is also a what do you call that? A division game. That even Birdie said it before they came here. They were 5-0 the last time they played the
I'm
Rams.
I'm expecting the defense to pick it up a little bit. But what you're not accounting for is the fact that number 8 or 9, whatever number he's wearing over in Los Angeles, he got real scared. He started sailing balls. He was all over the joint. That Matthew Stafford effect, bro. He's just going a little high. He's chucking balls in the air. That big moment. He's not made for that moment. I'm sorry.
I think he is. I think it'll be fine. He's played in the NFL for 10 years, 12, 11, 12 years.
Like I said before, he's 8-73 against teams with winning records at the end of the year.
And he's played with the Lions his whole career. Like the Lions have killed more all-time greats than any franchise in NFL
point, though.
history.
He hasn't. But again, though, you're making my point. He's never been in that moment.
But how is that his fault?
It doesn't matter if it's his fault.
He's one of the greatest players in Lions history, and that's and they've had Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson.
He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
He could. He's a Hall of Famer, but I don't know about first ballot.
He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
If he's in the Hall of Fame, then I'm
no.
out.
He's in the Hall of Fame. He's in the Hall of Fame.
I'm so out on the Hall of Fame.
His numbers are ridiculous.
I'm telling you how it works in football. He's getting into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and so is Eli Manning.
Awful.
So is Eli Manning. So is Phillip Rivers. I don't understand how it's. If you look at Matthew Stafford's numbers, by the end of his career, he's going to be top 10 in passing touchdowns. Top 10.
He's higher than that.
Exactly, top 10 in passing yards. And all
because
those
his teams
stats.
were down, and he just chucked the ball up against prevent defenses.
But you still, all right,
awful.
so can Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield's team's been down the whole time, but he hasn't been that great. Like you still have to be a good enough quarterback to even be in those situations where sometimes the Lions were in the wild card hunt, and we're talking about the Lions that went 8-8, and he was one of the only reasons why they were even good ever. Like he's gonna be fine. He's played in the NFL forever. It's not like they just drafted like Trey Lance, and I'm talking about Trey Lance like, oh, he had a good college career. Like, we're talking about Matthew Stafford, an NFL veteran, a Pro Bowl NFL player. Like, he had a hell of a start to the season. It's not like he just like had two games.
This is one of those things
He
we're
looks
gonna
so
have to stay tuned to be continued in this one because
I
the
think
first wild card weekend or divisional round, and he starts his pants get a little saggy.
No, Jimmy. I think that game against Tennessee shook him up.
Yeah, it did.
With
And I think the bye. I think Riley's right. The bye will help him.
The bye couldn't have came at that time. I'm just saying right now how the NFL is really stat driven when it comes to getting into the Hall of Fame or not. I think he's going to be.
So
there.
if it's your Hall of Fame though, forget about the stat driven. Forget about the NFL. Would you put him in your Hall of Fame?
Not in the first bout, but I let him in after 5.
Oh man,
yeah, absolutely.
I let him in. Yeah, for me. But he leads the league in passing yards right now, and his passer rating is 106, which is really not bad for quarterbacks that play every game. He's 1, 2, 3, 4th for quarterbacks that play every game. Because above that, it's like Brandon Allen, Cam Newton, Tyler Boyd, guys who just went in and threw one pass and got a perfect passer rating. He's 4th out of.
Oh, he's having a great year.
Exactly.
But that game against Monday night was a microcosm of what he's like when it's up, when the lights are on Monday Night Football and the crowd is electric and his team's getting punched in the mouth. He's so used to going, curdling up and going, put me to bed.
But what was Tom Brady's kryptonite? Was the type of pressure the Giants were giving him to no quarterback. Quarterback.
Yeah, and you get. I mean, I love when people used to say that. Rush him up the middle. Like, what quarterback loves getting rushed up the middle? Nobody. It was crazy.
So we're gonna forget about the win against the Bucks too that they had. That they looked like amazing. They absolutely steamrolled the Bucks. Like the game was 10 points, but that game was thrown out of the water. Like that was such a huge game for them.
If you go back,
it's probably one of the biggest games of the season.
Exactly, and that's and we just forget about all. Like everyone loves to like be stuck. Like, listen, oh, he looked bad this game.
This is the definition of insanity. Trying to make sense of the fucking National Football League week in and week out.
It's ridiculous.
Like we do here.
Yeah,
okay, we're all fucking fools.
And I had the Rams. I bet the Rams at the beginning of the year to win the division, the Super Bowl, and the conference. Up until this week, I had them number 1 in my power rankings. Every time we did them, Rams were my number 1. They lose to Tennessee. Okay.
All right. We need power rankings right now. So let's throw it around. Top 7. You have a pen, my friend.
I do not.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Power rankings right now. Can we get some Jeopardy music here, please?
No, because that's copyright.
Yeah, copyright. We'll get fucking kicked off again.
We got to come up with our own theme music here, right?
All right. Can we get it out of the way? Where do you guys have the Patriots, and why is it at number 1?
Well, I don't have the Patriots at number 1.
You stole my thunder, kid.
You're not going to put him at number 1, are you?
No, he's gonna have him at number 2. Come on, he's gonna have the Bucks at number 1 because he loves Brady, and then the Patriots at number 2.
Oh no, you haven't been around in a little while. I'm anti-bucking it a little bit.
I think the Bucks are gonna. Super fatigue could.
Something's off, right?
Yes,
something's off. For sure. And
it's not the offense.
It
could be the offense at some point because
it's the defense.
But some of the offense too, because they're not running the routes that it seems like. Because like where Brady threw,
I still think there's a little pull and tug with Arians wants his offense versus Brady.
Some of the picks I'm watching, I'm like, oh, like
and when they have
why
success,
is the receiver not there?
When Brady overruled them last year when he modified the offense to what he wanted. Okay.
Are we gonna go 7-1?
No, going everybody healthy.
Yeah, but 7-1. So we're gonna do the 7th best team to the 1.
Oh yeah, we can do whatever you want, bro.
I'm gonna get so much flack for what I put at number 3, and then I'm gonna have to rebuttal it.
Denver.
No, I'm realistic. I don't go in blindly with my Broncos glasses on. This is tough off the top of my head. Damn.
Right now.
This is a lot harder than I thought.
There is a lot of like teams that are kind of the same, right?
Exactly.
There's not one team kind of sticking out
around the same like area, and it's really tough.
I did it.
You did it?
I did it. What do you got? You got your top? You got your top 7?
No, not yet. Hold on. Oh, that's a team.
How about you? You got it on your memory?
Probably could.
Yeah. Yeah. Give that man a pen. We good? We good here? You want me to start off?
Go ahead.
Everybody done? All papers are submitted?
No, not yet. But you can start off. I'm still looking.
Okay. Number 7. I give you the vaunted, feared, explosive offense that we've been seeing for a long time, but there's something missing in Kansas City. I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs at 7.
So I don't even have them, to be honest.
I don't either.
That's why I have at 7.
Listen, I should have put them in, and I'm
We're
disappointed.
going to be here all night, motherfucker.
But at
All
seven,
right?
at seven, I have the Cardinals.
Oh, don't tell us yet.
What?
Wait.
Why not?
Oh, is that how
I thought we were gonna go all around at 7, see what we all do.
All right, who do you got at 7?
I have the Cardinals.
I got Tampa.
Really? Okay. Go ahead.
I'm a little disappointed in the Cardinals in the last couple of weeks, but I don't think it's their fault. I think a lot of the injuries have come back, but healthy, I think 7. They're a little too young. Maybe next year they could win something.
So Arizona at 7.
Yeah.
I just
Arizona
don't.
7.
I think Murray's the kind of guy who's going to be dealing with injuries, small ones here and there throughout his career.
Okay. Number 6. Nick, what do you got, brother?
I'd say Cowboys.
Cowboys at 7.
7? That far down?
Whoa, not me.
Ooh, somebody
All
hates
right.
the Cowboys.
Next, number 6. The New England Patriots. I have it 6. Okay? And I think you'll understand why as we climb up the ladder. But I have them at 6. But trending, and if they were stock, I'm buying it. I'm buying it. Where Tampa is not trending. Arizona is trending the wrong way. Okay? Tennessee's trending the right way. Green Bay's trending the right way. Cowboys, I don't know, but I still think they're a little more talented. So that's the reason why I get the Patriots.
At 6, I have the Buccaneers.
Okay.
Because they have literally the same team as last year, so all of those guys have playoff pedigree.
Yeah.
It's just something, like we said, doesn't
Yeah,
seem
something
right.
missing,
And
sure.
it sounds weird to say with Brady, but it could be Super Bowl fatigue on the team. Not him, but like the
Sure.
other players who haven't been there before. The thing about
I
the
like-
Patriots
yeah.
was that like all of those guys we were naming, they were there before. They were there in the Seattle one. They were there in
Yeah,
the
of
Rams
course.
one.
Yeah, I know.
So, but not many of those players have been in multiple Super Bowls other than
Sure.
Tom Brady or in Gronk. So
But let me ask you a question. Is their record more important than being healthy when the playoffs start?
Well, they proved that last year.
Yeah.
They can run the gauntlet on the road.
But I think-
although there wasn't a lot of fans at the game last year, that obviously will.
I think the NFC has gotten a lot stronger than it did
without a
last
doubt.
year.
Without a
because
doubt.
this year you're not going to get it.
Oh, so you're gonna beat 2 teams as good as the Packers and the Saints were?
Yeah. The same.
No,
yes,
no,
yes.
no, Riley, no,
Listen, there was
no.
a team that went into the playoffs at 6-10 last year. You'll be lucky to get in the playoffs in the NFC at 11 wins.
I don't know if there were teams as good as that. But
Yes, there were.
But the rest of the pack definitely.
The Rams-
rest of the
Rams-
pack
the
definitely
Rams-
caught
Just
up.
like we don't play Heineke. Heineke's one that fucking kicks his ass.
yeah, exactly.
All right, who do you got for 6?
I have my once mighty Los Angeles Rams.
Okay, how about you?
6, I have the Bucks.
All right, I don't even have the Rams on my stuff.
Nick, who you got at 6?
Wow.
You get 6, Nick?
6, I'm going to go Titans.
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 Ooh. Number 5, I got the Arizona Cardinals with a healthy Murray. That's how I play this game.
For me, the Cardinals, I just think. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about them that makes me just think that they're not going to be ready for it.
Because they got no history and no culture. Like the same reason why I don't think they're going to be ready for
Sure,
it.
I just
But
think
I
these
like
injuries
their
are banged
coach.
up.
I think they got the right coach and right quarterback connection. And I didn't realize the speed and the talent they have around them.
Yeah, I just
and
think.
if Hopkins ready, he might be the best in the business.
Oh, he is. Yeah.
No, Adams is, but if I take Adams or Hopkins, because Hopkins is pretty much one of the best, if not the best, then like. Why not? But at 5, I got the Cowboys. That's where I got the Cowboys. I just think I don't know how good their defense is going to be, and again, I don't know how ready they're going to be because every year we do this with the Cowboys, where they just like
Well, it's been a little while since we've done this. I think with them, they've
Yeah,
had a
but-
couple years off.
they had 1 year off because Dak got hurt. But
Yeah, but even the year before that, were they?
yeah, they
I
made.
don't remember them. I remember them going 14-2 and then choking
Yeah,
in the
so
playoffs.
so what happened was the first year was they went 13-3 with
Yeah,
Dak and
13-3,
Zeke,
that's what it was,
their
yeah.
first rookie year. They lost first round, and then the year after, I believe they got a playoff game at home, and they lost that one as well because I know that they haven't won a playoff game in how many years? Like
it's
20-something years. So to me, like and Mike McCarthy, if Mike McCarthy's your head coach, how much can you trust them?
I don't
So
know. I think
that's
the
why I have them at
consensus.
5.
Everybody I talked about sports is he's not the guy I want to follow going into battle.
That's why I got a 5.
my 5 is the New England Patriots.
Okay.
And if we did this tomorrow, I might even raise it up even more.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, could
They're playing the mighty Falcons.
I'm ready.
I got Tampa. I got Tampa at 4. Okay, what do you guys got at 4?
I got Tennessee at 4.
Me as well.
They have the biggest winning streak in the NFL. But they're winning these games. They're starting to the rest of it's starting to catch up a little bit. I love Vrabel, but I think there's only so much magic you can pull up offensively with Tannehill and no Henry. I think, and Julio Jones is out for now.
Jones is out for them.
Jones is out for. He's on IR now.
He went on IR. So I was even thinking about putting them to like 6 or 7 because I think the injuries could really hurt them.
Yeah, they're winning games, but you're starting to see them only win by here and there. And I think by next week the Patriots kick their ass and then we're rolling. So I got them at 4. I think I had them at 2 or 3 last week.
Yeah, I had them at 4.
I got the Cowboys at 3. Then I was the Cowboys team that I think if you look at their losses, they got one bad loss all year. They got another one against Tampa Bay, a game they easily could have won. I think Ezekiel Elliott's having a good year. I think he's very important to them. Ball control. And quite frankly, I look at them to absolutely pound the Chiefs up the middle with the run game and getting those big heavies out there doing it. And the Cowboys can beat you in a multitude of ways. Okay? They can beat you with their athleticism. They can beat you with their quarterback. And I think they can beat you with Ezekiel Elliott now. So that's why I got them as 3.
For 3, I got the Rams. And I think there's still, again, I just think there's a little bit of too much of it's over right away.
Last 2 games?
Yes, I have. And trust me, I watched them very closely because I had Robert Woods, who just tore his ACL, which was huge to me because that's losing another big name. But if they didn't just go out and sign Odell the same day it happened, then I would be very concerned. But I don't think Odell's as good as Robert Woods is, but I believe in that team. And for me, I just think their defense is way too good, and they got way too much talent to keep losing this many games. I think they should be fine.
3, I have Buffalo Bills. Nice bounce back win. I think fully healthy Tennessee playing Buffalo. I like Tennessee because I just think that's a team that has their number.
I don't even have the Bulls in my top 7.
No?
No.
Oh, no. Yeah, I think Buffalo, I think it's their conference to lose this year right now. They are behind the wheel, and whether or not they can keep the wagon on the road, we'll see. But I think they're the best team in the AFC, unfortunately. I hate to admit that.
Who do you got?
3 of the Rams.
The Rams. Number
Nick,
2.
who you got? 3. Oh, yeah, Bills
Really?
too? Okay.
I got 2. I got Tennessee for all the reasons that we talked about before. They're trending. They're winning. They're winning in different ways. They're winning despite injuries. They're just winning. At the end of the day, and is there a better winner than Mike Vrabel?
I love Vrabel.
Vrabel. I mean, come on.
To me, that's the only reason why that team's there.
I think it's the most
any other team
important.
was a head coach of that. Well, I don't say any, but Belichick. Sure. But you put a lot of other coaches in the NFL, that team's under 500.
So I go Vrabel. Who do you got as 2?
Number 2, I have the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
I'm expecting a big win this week.
I think we might all have the consensus number one team here.
We have to, right?
I think so.
We have to.
I got Green Bay number 1.
Yeah, I have to.
Green Bay.
I do too.
Yeah.
But
who you got? Who you got?
I had the Bucks.
The Bucks still?
I love it. I love you.
But
Get back in the race.
at 2, I had
Take the microphone when Riley's done.
I don't know how you have the Bills not even in it. I think for me, I had the Bills at 2. I just think their team is
the
so
Bills gotta be
complete. Like Josh Allen is every year they're trending the right way.
But they are the Buffalo Bills.
But that's fine though. But this team is a lot more
Are
different.
you going to pick the Kansas City Chiefs over the Bills in a playoff game?
No,
Yes,
I'm taking the Bills.
In
yes.
Buffalo?
I'm not.
In Buffalo, I'm taking Buffalo.
Really?
In Buffalo, I'm taking Buffalo.
You take the Bills over the Patriots? I'm not. The way
Yes.
they're both playing right now.
I want to see. I want to see those 2 games.
Are you going to
We'll
take
see
the
that.
Bills over the Cowboys?
Yes.
Oh, I would love to see that Super Bowl, though. If the Patriots aren't in it, wouldn't that be great?
Yes.
I get the Bulls over Tampa. The Bulls
Yes.
over healthy Arizona. The
Yes.
Bulls over Tennessee.
Yes.
No.
Tennessee, yes. The Bills.
Tennessee just smacked them.
Yeah, but that was with Henry. Who knows what's going to happen
The
with
Bills
these guys?
have so much talent; it's insane. Even
Okay.
on defense, their defense is ridiculously good, and their offense is no slouch
And
at
that
all
home
either.
field, if
And
they
have
get
so
home
much weapons.
field, if they get home field in the playoffs,
their home field
it's
advantage
going to be cold up in
is
Buffalo.
ridiculously good. And Tennessee, I don't expect to keep winning, and if they do, then they'll fly up my rankings.
Tell me that you can say 100% that you think the Bills are going to beat the Patriots.
Oh, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I know you.
Oh, no, I'm not
don't
saying
believe
that.
it.
Yeah, no. Not
And
at
tell
all.
me you think you would put.
But I think they're a better team
put your
overall.
Last $100, they may be, but would you put your last $100 against the Bulls and the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yes.
In Buffalo, I'm taking Buffalo, yeah.
You're gonna put your last $100.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Big mistake.
I-
How about you?
Honestly, if it's in Buffalo, I always kind of love Buffalo at home, especially if it's late in the year. It's January. It's cold as hell.
Mahomes
That's a tough
cold,
place to
Tyreek
play.
Hill cold. They can't run the ball. I don't know.
Exactly.
Hey, with the Bills,
Actually-
with the Bills fucking luck, it'll be 60 fucking degrees.
But the Bills can't freaking. But the Bills can't run the football either, though. That's what you said. Complete team, Riley. That's one thing that they can't really do is run the
they are
football.
Listen, they don't have one running back, but they have a committee with Singletary and Moss when they can do it when they need to. And Josh Allen also runs the ball, and that's a great aspect of their team.
does.
is
Yeah,
when they
but on
when they
3rd and
can't-
2, 4th
when they
and
can
1.
run the,
He also throws
give
the
the
ball.
ball.
He also throws the ball 5 rows in the stands.
3rd and 2, 4th and 1. They don't have that
That's why
guy.
he's the
You can
MVP
give it to
favorite.
him. 3rd and 2, 4th and 1. They don't have that guy.
Now, how can he be the MVP favorite over Dak Prescott or Aaron Rodgers or anybody else?
Because the Bills are that good, and I think they couldn't probably not lose the rest of the
because
game
those
for the rest of the
guys
season.
those guys took a hit last week. Not so much Dak, but he didn't have a great game. He threw 2 touchdowns, but like those Brady took a beating this week. So they got knocked back a peg, and Allen was
What
good.
is the Bills' record?
6-3.
6-3.
Yeah, they had a bye week.
Wow, man! Hey, I'm telling you that Monday Night Football game. If we're one game back from them,
That's December 6th, right?
oh man,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a good
That's
one.
the Patriots. Like I know they have Tennessee before, so I hate to look ahead.
I'm
but-
telling you something right now. Right now. Indy's going to beat the Bills this week. Indianapolis is going to beat the Bills this week.
Hey, they're pretty big underdogs too,
All right.
aren't they? Like
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the pick
No
show.
love for Carson Wentz there.
Let's go to the pick show. And my number 1 team, okay, if it's Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers at Lambeau,
Oh, but Brady. Yeah, Brady all day.
What?
You know what?
I didn't hear you. Sorry, I was kind of something.
Even my number 1 team, the Packers, right? If it's Brady versus Rodgers, NFC Championship game at Lambeau, who you going with?
I plead the 5th.
I love it.
But to bubble your point about they have no rush game, Devin Singletary is 26th highest running back in rushing yards, which doesn't seem that much, but he's a lot higher than guys like Kareem Hunt, McCaffrey, Alex Collins, Darrell Williams. Even Josh Allen has 322 rushing yards. So if you put theirs together, that's like 700, 800 rushing yards from those 2 guys.
But
which
when
is
you
not
got to
bad.
run the ball to kill some clock, you're up 7 with a couple minutes left, and they know you're going to run. We know we're going to run. They know it's coming. You got to be able to have that guy. And Singletary and Moss are just not that guy. They don't have it.
They have a total between all 3 of those guys. They have 980 rushing yards between Singletary.
They've also had a cupcake
Moss,
schedule so far too. Buffalo.
and those guys.
Buffalo has played
And Singletary.
Buffalo hasn't really played anybody.
Okay,
neither the Patriots.
we got the pick show.
Sure.
Pats -6 against the Falcons tonight. I'm going with the Pats heavy.
That's a 3-way to the Pats.
Riley Arruda.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a 3-way to the Pats.
Nick, Pats.
Yeah.
Browns -10 against the Lions.
Lions. That's an easy one for me.
I'm going Brownies.
I'm going Brownies.
After that tie last week against your boys,
Yeah,
with no Roethlisberger, which
That was
wanted
the
to
worst
get
game.
into,
That was the worst
do you
NFL
got?
game of all time.
which I wanted to get into about the Steelers.
San Francisco -6.5.
Steelers suck.
San Francisco -6.5 against who?
Jacksonville.
I'm going Jacksonville.
I'm going San Fran. Fighting for the playoff life.
Yeah, I'll go San Fran.
Is that game? Where's that game?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
I'm going Jacksonville.
San Fran.
Jacksonville may win that game.
Washington +3.5 at the Panthers.
Oh my God, that's a terrible game. Flag, do you have a coin? Can I I'll run traffic twice. I'll close my eyes and run traffic. Okay, I'll get hit. I won't get hit. Like who cares about that stupid game, right?
I'll take Washington just for birdie.
Yeah, Panthers won their big game last week, so I'm going Washington. Well, so did Washington.
roll with Heidi.
So did Washington. Oh, by the way, I looked at Mike. I looked at the teams that didn't cover versus teams that cover. There's only 2 this week.
I know.
There's only 2,
It was
and
crazy.
one of them's tonight, and that was the Falcons.
that same rhythm was 5-2 last week.
I know,
too.
but
Fucking crazy.
there was only 2 this
And
week.
what-
A lot of
what
bye
were they?
weeks.
What were they?
The Patriots and Falcons,
Yeah.
and
They say take the Falcons, right?
well, going by that
yeah.
by that model,
Yeah.
I forget what the other one was. But there was a lot of bye weeks, so
I
that
know,
it really didn't come into play.
So who else has the
I'll
Redskins?
take the Redskins.
I'll take Redskins.
All of us.
Nick, all right. I got the Panthers. Miami -3 against the Jets. I'm going with the Fish.
Fish. Joe Flacco, enough said.
Riley?
I'll take the Jets. I think they have. It's in New York. That's why.
Your Uncle Sergio's
I know, but I think they have a. I think
Mike.
they have a lot of talent. To be honest.
Colts didn't cover against Jacksonville.
No.
Buffalo did.
I know.
So that's the one.
That's another one. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Who do you got?
The
Miami or the Jets?
What are your Jets?
yeah.
Oh, Joe Flacco missed the pass interference, missed the throw it 1,000 yards straight into the air and pray for a yellow flag. Can't stand him.
Why? Because he beats the Patriots in the playoffs.
Well, he did a couple times. We beat him more than he beat us.
I know, but that was.
But still, the Ravens,
No, trust me.
the Ravens were the one team that wasn't shook coming into.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Yeah, they were the only team that wasn't
I hate them
shook.
100%.
Riley, what do you go with? You gonna betray your family, your uncle?
No,
take your
I'll
best
take the
friend?
Dolphins. I'll take the Dolphins. But the Jets do have some sneaky talent at receiver and running back.
Colts +7 against Bills Mafia.
I'll take the Colts, even though I think the Bills will win, just because of the points.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a close game.
I'm going Buffalo. The Colts, they got up early on the Jets. Then they choked it away.
But they blew them out.
But
Though,
but then they got up early on Jacksonville, and then Jacksonville kind of crept back into that game. And both those games were at home. Buffalo's gonna, I don't know, Carson Wentz. Buffalo.
Bills.
But the games were still 45-30 and 23-17.
Saints +2.5 against Philly. At Philly.
Saints +2.5.
Saints +2.5.
Oh, okay. I think. All right. I'll take.
I think they got big injury problems in New Orleans.
It's gonna
quarterback hasn't practiced.
It's got to start to come up to bite him. These injuries, right? Got to start to come up.
I'm going to go with Elton John, Philadelphia Freedom, baby.
Nice. I'll take the Saints.
I'm going with them.
This is my separation game.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles.
I'm going to go Eagles as well.
That's my. I'll be laughing to the bank
Yeah.
with the Saints.
Texans -10 at Tennessee. Texans +10 at Tennessee.
It's got to be Tennessee, right? Well, Tennessee doesn't really. Do they blow teams out a lot? I mean, besides the Rams.
They blew the Bills out.
Besides the Rams. No, they only won out on 4th and 1 that Allen didn't get at the end.
MH, Jim, for Tennessee.
You're going Tennessee?
I'm going Tennessee.
Where is it in Tennessee?
It's in Tennessee.
Cashville, baby.
I say
Cashville.
Patriots, Titans, teaser, right? How does that lose?
10.5, right? Is it 10.5?
I got +10. Whatever.
No, I was
I'll
asking.
give you half point.
No, it's 10.
That's going to make the difference,
I'll
huh?
give you
I
a
like
full
it.
point.
I like it.
I'll give you a whole full point if you take the Texans.
Deal. I'll take 11 at the Texans.
All
Only
right.
me, though.
All
Only
right.
me. 11 at
All right.
Texans.
All right. That's the bully pick. Tennessee, Nick.
I was just asking.
Yeah, I was
going
going to say, you just bought that one.
Whatever.
Green Bay -2 against the Vikings. Easy for me. This is like stealing.
That's just.
Old ladies.
I'll take the green. I'll take
Men
Green Bay.
dressed up as Vikings, painting their face. Everybody's going to be sad in
Green Bay, please.
the Twin Lakes area.
I want to watch Rodgers play one time before he retires. That's all I want.
I'm going
is to watch Rodgers play one time before he retires with my own eyes. That's all I want. So I'll take him. Why?
That's the
Why?
Vikings right
Just
there.
because it's the NFL. Everybody's on the Packers.
All right.
Everybody's on the Packers. I'm going Vikings. I don't know why.
-1 at Las Vegas. I like Cincy here.
Yeah.
I just put him number one in my power rankings, and then 5 seconds later, I choose
Cincy.
Minnesota.
I don't think the Raiders are that good. I think the Raiders miss out on the playoffs.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincy.
All right. Well, what else we got?
Cincy.
That's across the board.
That's a wash game then.
Arizona -2 at Seattle. I like Arizona here.
I just don't know who's playing in that game.
So
Like, that
Murray's
makes a
pretty much going to
giant
play.
difference.
Hopkins is up in the air, and then Chase Edmonds won't play. So
I'm going to go with Seattle. They lose this game, their season's over. They'll have a little more dog in them, I think.
that's so tough, man.
This is a
This is a
tough
throw
one.
up game for me
Yeah.
because I think Russell Wilson is a Hall of Fame quarterback. We can all agree on that. And
Well, but by your standards, not what everybody's getting.
but he is though. He is though. Like
Even
Russell-
Drew Bledsoe was top 10 yards when he retired.
But Russell Wilson is
The Bledsoe was he nominated for the Hall of Fame at all?
I don't think so.
no, probably not. But I'm gonna take the same.
Bledsoe and
No,
Stafford.
give me the Cardinals. I
They
don't.
are allowed. Yeah, they are.
Give me
They are.
give me the Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals. Just because I don't like the Seahawks.
He did, but he had Parcells and Belichick on
You know
that staff.
something?
So
You took the words right out of
Yeah.
my mouth.
about
Absolutely. I
that.
totally agree with you, brother. Totally agree with you. All right, we're split there. Pitt plus 2.5 versus the Chargers.
Give me the Chargers.
No Big Ben.
That game's in San Diego?
Yeah.
Hey, Big Ben.
Chargers bounce back.
It'll be a Pittsburgh. There'll be
Yeah. Well, I remember they played there last year. It was, True story. It doesn't matter what. I should never ask
I'm
it.
going with Pittsburgh.
Oh, here we go.
Listen.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
Why wasn't Big Ben held to the same accountability as Rodgers? I know Big Ben didn't lie and Rodgers did, but why wasn't Big Ben not held to the same accountability? He could have ruined their season by they tied against the Lions. If he's there, they win that game.
They hopped all over Flacco because Flacco did his press game and he said he wasn't vaccinated. Press was all over him. I didn't put that
Big
together.
Ben's not
That's a
playing
good
this
one.
week, though, is he?
He's playing.
He is, but what I'm saying is like he's
right.
He got it. Like
He's right.
You as a player, as an NFL player, if you want to play, do your best to.
And he plays in that game. He plays in that game. It's a runaway.
I'm not. You can go on record. I never liked the Steelers team. I still don't. But if he plays in that game, they beat the Lions, but they tied them. That could really screw them over.
Sure.
So I just think Big Ben should be held accountable for something. Like accidents could happen, but how does he get that?
I think there's a few things in Ben's life that he could have been held accountable for.
Yes, we won't go there. But
he's been good for a while now, though. He's been good for a while.
Yes.
Stats limitations up on that shit.
So give me the who was it? The Chargers. Even though I don't want the Chargers to win.
I'm going Chargers myself.
If there's ever a week I'm rooting for the Steelers so hard as this week, I need every AFC West team to lose. But
Chargers. Well, the only
you're still holding on to that division.
But you don't understand.
Giants minus 10.5 against Tampa Bay. 10.5.
Giants 10.5. Tampa Bay.
And that is in Tampa. Oh, Bucks are going to come out smoking.
Give me the Giants. Why not? Why not?
Riley, you cannot.
They played last year on Monday Night Football.
I took the Bucks.
Bucks only won by 2, but that was last year.
Brown news that just came out today.
Yeah, Antonio Brown.
That was from his chef. Are you kidding me?
But still.
Pay your employees.
Well, but you thought him going to Tampa Bay was going to solve Antonio Brown's problems, by the way? No way.
Hey, leave Tom Brady's roommate alone.
Yeah, Antonio Brown has many problems.
Everybody took the Bucks last week.
Who takes a job with that
I even took the
guy,
Bucks last week. So I'm not always against them, and they were 9.5 last week, and I took them, and look how that turned out. So I'm whatever. I'll just take the Giants. I'll take the Giants on that one.
Okay, I already got you there.
Okay.
Nick?
I'll take the points.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, the points, exactly.
Mr. Tom Brady's president fan club himself.
He's not bouncing back after a game like that.
That's the Monday game?
After a game like that, Brady comes back and thrashes him. Know your Brady. Know your Brady's.
We're not done yet. Hold on. God,
I'll say once Brady late night games, especially since he's gone to Tampa, has been all of his worst performances. I mean, the Saints game last year comes to mind.
The Giants game, even the Giants game on Monday night last year, they only won by 2.
He's ageless, right? At the end of the day, he is ageless. But at the end of the day, he is getting older. He likes to go to bed early. You know what I mean? He likes to catch a little good night of sleep. 8 o'clock's a late start for him.
Then he's napping during the day.
Let me tell you, if I get a supermodel in bed, I want to go to fucking bed early too. Patriots make the playoffs. Up and down.
Oh, up. This fucking ceiling's not too
Come
high.
on, let's go. Up and down. Up and down.
How high is the ceiling?
Down.
In the middle.
How high can I go?
I'm in the middle.
I
don't want to break it. Without breaking anything.
Get up there.
Without breaking anything.
Get the film on him. Get the camera
here.
on him. Get the camera on him right there. Get the camera on him right there. Oh, to the ceiling.
I'm touching the roof, baby.
There you go. Patriots.
Get me on that.
Awesome.
I'm on the roof.
I feel you, brother. I got you.
We are making it.
Just don't sue us. Okay. Watch them. Here we go. Okay. Next up, do the Steelers make the playoffs?
No.
Hell no.
I say yes. Thumbs up.
Are they
quick.
in that division? I don't know how to lower this thing. We'll just roll with this.
KC, does Kansas City make the playoffs?
They're going to win that division, unfortunately.
Yes, I say they do. Does Indy make the playoffs?
No.
I say yes.
No.
Okay. Give me the vote. Give me the thumbs.
No.
Raiders make the playoffs.
No.
All the way down. Chargers make the playoffs.
Well, how many AFC teams can I say no to? One of these guys got to make it, right? I know.
Do the Browns make the playoffs?
Hold on, I'm going back. Colts make it, Chargers don't.
All right. Paul Bassett got his head cut off already because you went like that. The Browns, yes or no? Browns, what are we doing? No.
Oh, no.
The Philadelphia Eagles make the playoffs.
No.
I'm saying maybe. Yeah.
The NFC, every team in the NFC, even the wild cards are 7-3. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, no.
Seattle.
Nope.
No. The NFC's a tough.
Vikings.
Nope.
San Francisco.
Yes, because they're winning this week.
No.
Vikings.
No.
No, all the way down. Okay. When we're bad, we're better.
Nobody's making the playoffs according to us. By the way, nobody's going to the playoffs this year, guys.
So, save up. We got our fantasy football picks
2 minutes
coming up next in 2 minutes. And let me tell you something. Me and Jimmy week. Believe me.
Oh
We'll be
yeah.
back
Let's
with more
see.
right after that.
Peace.